What's up, guys? It's iLiteFlare. Got another black and white OU battle for you guys against 234qwerty. So just by looking at the teams here, you can tell this isn't really a stereotypical OU battle, I suppose. I mean, I know it says OU in the title, and I know I just said OU in my little intro thing, but as you can see just by looking at the teams, I brought a standard UU team, and he just brought a bunch of random shit with 3 OUs. So I guess that effectively made it an OU battle, but it really wasn't. So whatever. New team here, so let's just go over it real quick. Scarf Victini as per usual. Rapid spin thingy, Hitmontop, and offensive Porygon 2. Slowking, Deoxys, and Roserade. You know what those things do. I don't even care. As far as threats on his team go, Heatran could be annoying if it has Toxic, because my team doesn't really have anything that wants to take Toxic because I don't have any steals. And my only Toxic immunity is Roserade, and Roserade really doesn't want to switch into his Heatran because of stuff. So that could be annoying if he has Toxic, but, you know, whatever. So he's also got Suicune, which could be annoying just because of the fact that it's bulky and I don't have stuff to deal with it. Because I do have Roserade, but, you know, I don't know. I just hate Suicune just in general. Scizor is always a problem, and Latios have to figure out what set it is before I do anything to it. But, you know, he's got a lot of threats on his team, so right away he's probably at an advantage just for the sheer fact that he's got a lot of OUs on his team, and I just brought a bunch of just random UUs. So he ends up leading with Torterra. I didn't really give a shit. I just led with Victini as per usual. You know me, leading with Victini. I just want to fire off a V-Create because I want to kill that Torterra, but he predicts that and goes into Heatran, gets a Flash Fire boost because stuff. So I'm locked into Thingy, so I can't do anything. So I'm going to switch out into Slowking, take the Toxic, and Slowking was probably the best thing for me to take the Toxic because I have Regenerator, and it's usually the easy way out of Toxic. I mean, like, as long as I switch out frequently with this thing, then Toxic won't be that much of a problem as it normally would for other pokes, so that's kind of a good thing. He goes for Earth Power, just crits me for stuff. It doesn't really matter. I mean, whatever. Just go for Thunder Wave, and if he wanted to switch out, then that would get Thunder Wave, and he's now paralyzed and stuff, which is a thing. So he's gonna switch out. Doesn't want to take a Scald. Go to Torterra to take the Scald, and take it quite nicely actually. Surprised at that, but I don't get the burn, which kind of sucks because the burn would have helped, and that Torterra would have been crippled and stuff. But I don't get it, so that is crap. But I'm going to switch out into Porygon 2 to do stuff because I don't want to take any grass attacks with Slowking. So, excuse me, he just goes for Wood Hammer, and I take that actually quite nicely. Probably just because Eviolite and stuff. And yeah, so he doesn't want to take an Ice Beam. He predicts me to go for Ice Beam, goes for Heatran. Just go for Ice Beam, which was a really obvious play. I probably should have thought about that more and predicted him to go into Heatran and just gone for Discharge, even though that probably would have done absolutely nothing because most Heatrans are especially defensive these days, but whatever. It would have been better than Ice Beam. So I'm going to go to Slowking here to dodge a Toxic because I don't want to get Toxicked, and he just goes for Lava Plume outright, so that's fine, whatever. Just hit him with a Scald, and hits him down pretty nicely. Goes for another Lava Plume, and he's staying in here. He keeps, excuse me, he's gonna stay in and just do stuff. So hopefully I can take advantage of this situation and keep going for Scald. Or no, never mind. What happened here? Brings in Suicune to take a Scald, but instead I just want to get my health up back to full, so I just went for Slack Off. So, you know, just playing it safe here, playing it safe. So I can't really do anything to this dang Suicune, so I'm gonna have to switch out, go into Victini, because I play against 234qwerty a lot, and I know he loves these Calm Mind sets, and that was a really easy prediction for me because he always goes for Calm Mind on the first turn with his bulky waters with Calm Mind sets. So he always loves those sets. So I don't even know why. So that was an easy prediction for me. Go into Victini, take no damage like a boss, go for Fusion Bolt, and that does nothing. That does absolute shit. I mean, seriously, Victini, why can't you be stronger? And he survives that with like over half and hits me with Scald. Live on 16 though, so that means I can save Victini for later and go into Roserade to take the next Scald. So, okay, once I take the Scald, my plan here is to put him to sleep with Sleep Powder and hopefully fire off a bunch of Leaf Storms to take that thing out, or set up my Toxic Spikes for later. So, do that. Try to put him to sleep with Sleep Powder, but let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. He ends up having a Chesto Berry, which is like, what? What? Well, that means he was probably a Resto Chesto set, so that kind of sucks because my plan just went down the toilet and Roserade's dead. I just wasted my freaking Roserade. So anyway, fuck, shit, that was bad. So going back into Victini, fire off another Fusion Bolt before I die. If he wants to go for rest, I can just 3-hit KO him with Fusion Bolt anyway, so just gayness and stuff. So he's just gonna take me out with an Ice Beam. It's just furthering or speeding up the process, I suppose. I mean, that Suicune's gonna be dead anyway. I mean, if stuff anyway. So kills me with Ice Beam. Go out into this so I can hit him on top, so I can hopefully revenge kill him. Go for close combat and hit his Gallade that comes in that decides to take the close combat. So doesn't do a lot because it's Gallade. And I don't know what the hell I was thinking here by staying in. I was probably thinking something along the lines of, Herder, I can live a hit from this thing because I'm defensive. But, I went for close combat on the previous turn and I got a defense drop and that did a lot of damage. So I stayed in and went for Toxic. Managed to live it with like 46 or something. Hit him with Toxic, so that's fine. I get to save hit him on top for Death Fodder later. But would have been nice if him on top was still at full, because I was being stupid, but whatever. So gonna go into Diet my Deoxys D to take the close combat. Gets a crit. Doesn't really matter. I don't care. I don't care about your freaking crits. So yeah, Toxic and stuff, and yeah, he's gonna go for Stone Edge here because he doesn't want to hit me with close combat, I suppose. I don't know what would do more damage because he's stab and stuff, and just close combat has higher base power in general. So I'm just gonna set up my rocks here, so when that Suicune comes back in, it's gonna die. So that's a good thing. Like, get my hazards up and before that Suicune comes back in, so I don't have to deal with it anymore. So I'm gonna go for a cover on this turn because I don't want to deal with him getting a crit with Stone Edge, and that would just suck in general. So I'm just gonna go for recover, play it safe, playing it safe because that's what I do, just play it safe. So he's gonna be hit down low with Toxic. He's just gonna go for a Stone Edge. He misses, which doesn't really matter because it would have done absolute shit anyway. So yeah, that didn't matter. That didn't matter in the leastest in the ever of stuff. And yeah, a lot of useless hacks flying around this battle, which is a good thing. I mean, hacks is one thing, but useless hacks isn't. Anyways, I just get up spikes, and that's good because hazards and stuff are good. So he goes into Scizor, and I'm like, fuck, he's gonna do SD, and I don't want to switch into Slowking because it's poisoned. So I just stay in and try to fire off some Seismic Tosses. But he goes for Roost here and decides not to attack me because I can take a hit with this thing. I can take a hit from this thing. As long as it isn't a Bug Bite, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it. So, he went for Roost there, fire off a thing. Gonna go into Slowking now because I'm like, okay, I don't want to deal with this fucking thing roosting on me. So like, he's healing more than I'm dealing. So I'm like, okay, fuck this. I'm gonna try and burn him with Scald, and that's gonna be a crippled Scizor. So take the Bullet Punch, not too well because he's at +2, and he's just gonna switch, I guess, fearing either the Scald or the Thunder Wave. But I think I just went for Scald here just to try and burn his guy. So go for Scald. Yeah, his Torterra's gonna live on like 2 HP, which was annoying because then I wouldn't have to switch out into Deoxys D and try and take the Wood Hammer. And if he just died, then I wouldn't have to do that because this Wood Hammer is gonna do a lot of damage, as you'll see. And I'm physically defensive, so that isn't supposed to do that much, and Torterra is just way too powerful. And if he had a Life Orb, that probably would have killed me. So, but if it didn't matter. He survived on 2 HP. That should have killed him. That's Scald. Whatever. Damn you, min-max damage. He goes into Latios. I stay in because I thought I could survive a Draco Meteor, but I just don't. I just die because I don't have any special defense investment. So that's bad because I die. And bring in Porygon 2 to, be a Porygon 2, I guess. I mean, I guess the best thing for me to do in that situation was just to switch in or stay in with Deoxys anyway and do stuff with Deoxys as Death Fodder and stuff. But he's just going to switch out, fearing an Ice Beam. So, yeah, I can take any hit he throws at me, so I just kill him with Ice Beam. So he predicts that goes into Heat Treant. Just go for recover because I know he's going to switch because he had -2. And I'm kind of behind the battle here. So I'm going to switch into this thing because I don't want to get toxicked. And just basically his Death Fodder, switch into Hitmontop. He actually goes for Rest, which is like, okay. So I get Hitmontop for a few more turns, I guess. I just switched it in as Death Fodder. Maybe I can fire off a close combat in your face and hopefully kill your Heatran. But he switches out, goes into Latios to take said close combat. So, that's a smart play on his part. I mean, he was predicting me pretty good in this match, gotta say. Got to admit. So, right now I'm just going to stay in as Death Fodder because stuff. He's going to kill me with Draco Meteor. Now he's at -2 special attack once again. So, anything I switch in will technically be safe. So, I'm going to switch in Porygon 2. And here's what I do here. I kind of did some weird stuff. I pulled a double switch into Slowking, predicting him to switch out into Heatran, predicting me to go for Ice Beam. But he predicts my over-prediction and stays in and go for another Draco Meteor. So that was a smart play on his part, but kind of a risky play at the same time, because if I just stayed in with Porygon, then that would have done absolute shit, and I would have killed him with Ice Beam, and that probably would have been the match right there. So smart play, but it really doesn't matter because, yeah. So he goes into Suicune, and that's going to dive to the hazard, so bye-bye Suicune and stuff. But, yeah, that over-prediction kind of didn't matter, I guess, because, well, it did matter because, well, I guess, I don't know. I don't know how much it mattered because I can't really tell if this battle would have gone either way if I hadn't made that over-prediction. But because he still had this freaking Scizor, and I thought he was going to go for superpowers. So I was like, okay, I can live a superpower from 374. I can live it and kill him with Thingy. But he just goes for Roost, and I'm like, fuck. Well, the only thing I can hope for is to get a paralyze with Discharge, and I paralyze him and kill him. So that's a good thing. He's dead, and yeah. So that paralyze really helped me out. Otherwise, I would have been friggin' dead. So goes into this Heatran. I could have stayed in and went for just started firing off discharges, but I thought he was special defensive, so I was like, okay, fuck that. Just go into Slowking and go for Scald for super effective damage. So fire off some Scalds here. This is a really stally part of the match. I should have sped this up more. This part just took like 10 turns just in general. It's like took way too long because of stalling and stuff, but that's just how Pokemon goes sometimes. Sometimes it's just stalling. So he's going to wake up on this turn, go for Earth Power, and that's going to do like nothing, and then just hit him with another Scald. And hopefully it's going to kill him. Let's watch, see if it kills him. But it doesn't. He leaves with like 50 HP, and that sucks. I mean, I don't think min-max damage screwed me over there. I think he would have just survived with around that much in general, so that kind of sucks, I guess. He just goes for Rest on this turn. I'm like, okay, well, this is serious business now, you guys. This is serious business. Question for me now is, can I kill him with Scald before he wakes up? Or can I kill him with Scald before I die from poison? Or both. Can I kill him with Scald before he wakes up? Or can I kill him with... Wait, I just said that. Can I kill him with Scald before he wakes up and before I die from poison? That's what I was trying to say. So from there, Scald looks to be at about a 3-hit KO because I hit him with the first turn after he used Rest, and he's still asleep for 2 turns. So it definitely looks doable. Definitely looks doable. Excuse me. Now the question still is, can I kill him before dying from poison? And that also looks doable because on this turn I live on 64 from the freaking poison, and he's still asleep, and I'm gonna kill him with Scald. So now that Heatran is out of the way, and his last guy is Latios, so yeah, I think I've got this match in the bag, but there's still a few things that are on my mind. You see Slowking dying there. It's just, that doesn't really matter because I wanted that Heatran dead anyway. It's fine, whatever. So his last guy is Latios. My last guy is Porygon 2. Now, the question for me now is he Specs? Because from that range at 292, I cannot live a Specs Draco from Latios. And let's see what happens here. Let's see if I live. And I do live with 108, and that tells me he's not Specs, and I can just kill him with Ice Beam. So yeah, that knowledge helped me out for 0.2 seconds and helped me win the match. But there was some hacks along the way that helped me. But that was an epic victory for me, 1-0. Good game, 234qwerty. But before all that sentimental crap, I just need to roast you for a little bit. Why didn't you have a Life Orb on Torterra, Gallade, or Scizor? Like, Life Orb could have helped you. You probably could have won the battle if you had Life Orb. Like, it wouldn't have really mattered in Gallade's case because it was up against my Deoxys D for the duration of its lifetime, and I probably would have walled it out anyway. But Life Orb on his Torterra definitely would have helped because in that scenario in the battle where he did a lot of damage to my Deoxys D with Woodhammer, if he had a Life Orb on his Torterra, that probably would have killed me. So, and also just a Life Orb on his Scizor just in general because it really would have helped him out. Just a Life Orb on his Scizor just in general would have helped him because it was a Swords Dancing set. Also, leftovers on his Heatran would have helped him out because he would have lived on like minuscule amounts of HP when I was going for Scald with Slowking. As you see a picture of Slowking on the screen. Yeah, I would have been able to stall him. He would have been able to stall me out with that. He would have been able to Toxic stall me out and then just go for a rest on the next turn, and his Heatran would have lived to see the next day. So, whatever. I mean, I don't really know what I'm nitpicking about right now, but there's so many ways that he could have won this battle, especially if he had the right items on his guys. I mean, Heatran is understandable because it probably had one of those weird sets with like an air balloon or something that I didn't see because I'm stupid, or one of those ground weakening berries or something. But yeah, there's so many ways he could have won that battle if he had the right guys. But I don't know. I don't even know why I'm nitpicking because I was the one who won that battle, and that's why I'm happy. But whatever. Bottom line is I won, so good game once again. 234 QWERTY. Hopefully we can have a rematch once again in the future. And what I mean by the future is, I mean, like 3 hours into the future, like maybe later we can have a battle. But yeah, good game, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. So bye bye.